What's good, everybody? We're back here in Brian 3D, and we're going to be talking about a killer topic, the NFL offseason so far, my opinion, what I like, and what I dislike. The time has finally come where NFL teams get to sign free agents and also choose players and stars from the college football through the draft. It's one of our favorite times in the summer as an NFL or sports fan, and 1 month into the offseason, we've seen a lot of blockbuster moves. Most notably, Patriots' Tom Brady decided to part ways with the organization and go to Florida, a nice climate, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers alongside with his buddy Rob Gronkowski, great tight end. I think a lot of people forget how decent Tampa Bay was without Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. They had one of the best wide receiver duos in Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, but with that really bad quarterback in Jimmy Winston. He was just throwing a lot of interceptions, turning the ball over, and it wasn't good for the Buccaneers. So definitely with Tom Brady, they're definitely going to have a different style of play, a nice offensive movement. I'm just gotta have to congratulate the Buccaneers organization for coming out and making two really good deals. Our second blockbuster deal was actually surprising. The Rams actually released Todd Gurley. He was actually released because of salary cap issues. So, you know, he is a star. Immediately when he was released, he was signed by the Atlanta Falcons for $60 million. And also they went out to sign Dante Fowler. So they improved their offense and defense, being one of the worst teams in the league, coming into making two decent moves and proving their rank. One of the biggest winners in all of the NFL offseason has been the Arizona Cardinals. They went out, got a huge offensive piece, and DeAndre Hopkins, one of the best wide receivers in the league. He is such a stellar player and has so many years in his prime to come. They also added two defensive pieces, and Devon Kennard and Devondre Campbell. They added just great pieces to the defense who have really been struggling in the recent years. One of the losers in this offseason has been the Vikings. Due to major budget problems, they lost 5 of their biggest defensive pieces, leaving us to question what will happen in their future since their defense has been most notably all of their franchise. Most recently, also, the NFL draft concluded. One of the biggest names in all of college football have been selected. Number 1 being the college football LSU star Joe Burrow, and 5th is Tua Tagovailoa. He has a really hard name to pronunciate, but he is one of the stars of the draft too. Most recently, the NFL draft concluded. We saw a bunch of stars, college football stars, being selected in the draft. Most notably, LSU star Joe Burrow went number 1. 5th pick was Tua Tagovailoa. He has a hard name to pronunciate, but I think I got it right. He went to the Dolphins. I mostly agree with 1 through 5. They actually had good picks. My Giants took an offensive lineman. Really agree with that. Maybe one of the most questionable picks was actually the Packers taking Jordan Love at the quarterback position. They really have a star quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, who's in his 30s, but he has a high performance rate still. He's still one of the best quarterbacks, I think, in Packers history. Don't get me wrong, Jordan Love is a perfect quarterback. I think he is an amazing quarterback and he can develop. But they really still have a good quarterback, and they're going to waste most of his rookie deal for him developing. It just doesn't make sense at all. Instead, maybe they are actually ready to move on from Rodgers. Who knows? You know what time it is. We back with some quarantine tips. You already know what time it is. You know, we're about to bring you the best tips. If you're bored, like I am always inside here, I'm trying to go outside, but you know, it's safety measures. So let's start. No more talking. Let's start. Number 1, you should connect with your friends virtually. A lot of good apps. Zoom, house party, FaceTime, you know, all these good apps connect to your friends. Don't lose in touch. I know it's gonna be hard, but you know, we're gonna get through it. Number 2, even though the NFL season is over, that doesn't mean we can't stop watching football. On Netflix, if you have Netflix, there's a lot of good football shows. My personal favorite, All American, it's a banger. You need to watch it if you haven't. It's just all around great. Number 3, remember, you always gotta be eating healthy, staying active, because you wanna be fit. When you get out of this quarantine, you wanna surprise people, be like, oh yeah, look, you're fit, you know, feel me? Well, that's been all of quarantine tips. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media. You can find me on Facebook, and you can find me on IG at Brian3D.